Is waking up in the morning pure torture for you? Do you look at those energetic people around you who wake up at 6 a.m. and go for a run and ask yourself, why am I like this? You hit the snooze button 5 times, stare blankly at the ceiling, and drag yourself out of bed feeling like you are carrying a ton of bricks. You struggle to focus all day, practically fighting just to survive, until the sun goes down. In those hours when everyone else runs out of energy and falls asleep, the fog in your brain suddenly lifts. Your brain, which couldn't read 2 lines during the day, suddenly wants to learn a new language, clean your room from top to bottom, go down a random internet rabbit hole, or finish that giant project when night falls. Why is it that when everyone else's battery is dying, yours is just getting charged? Are you lazy, disorganized, or undisciplined? Actually, no. You just don't belong to the time zone the world imposes on you. We have constantly been told that successful people start their day early and that sleeping late is a time management problem. However, in biology, your condition has a scientific name, the night owl chronotype. This is not a habit you chose out of laziness, it is a genetic code. Just as you cannot forcibly change your eye color, you cannot forcibly change the hours when your brain shows its peak performance. Your biological software is optimized for the silence of the night, not the noise of the morning. For years, you've probably blamed yourself every time you read an article about how CEOs wake up at 4 a.m. to meditate. Society praises early risers and secretly labels night owls as lazy or unmotivated. But fighting your own DNA is an unwinnable war. When you force a night owl to operate on an early bird schedule, you don't get a highly productive person, you just get an exhausted one. But there is not only a genetic side to this, there is also a very fascinating psychological side. That energy you feel at night is actually your brain taking a deep sigh of relief. The daytime hours belong to others. You sit in morning meetings just trying to keep your eyes open, nodding along while your brain is entirely turned off. During the day, you are constantly performing. You have to put on your functional adult mask, navigate small talk, deal with sudden deadlines, and process hundreds of micro-stressors. There is a constant expectation, constant messages that need to be answered, and rules that must be followed. Your brain stays on alert with the alarm of, someone might ask me for something right now. Even if you try to focus, there is always the hidden fear of interruption. Knowing that your phone could ring at any second prevents your brain from entering a state of deep flow. But when midnight strikes, this bombardment of demands ends. At 2 a.m., no one asks you for an urgent task. During the day, every hour feels like a test you have to pass. But at night, the clock simply stops ticking. It becomes a completely blank canvas where your mind can finally breathe without the pressure of being watched or judged by others. In this quiet void, your creativity peaks because your mind is finally off the defensive mode. You are no longer reacting to the world. You are finally creating your own world. This absolute silence sends that magical signal to your brain. We are safe now. No one will expect anything from us. Now we can work only for ourselves. That energy you feel comes from freedom, not from the darkness. So, since you possess such a natural trait, why do you feel so unproductive during the day? Because the modern world is a bit intense for your biology. Schools, workplaces, and exams, they are all set up for early birds. Because you are forced to live against your own natural clock every day, you experience a chronic, social jet lag. You fight your body as if you have flown to a distant country every single day. That exhaustion you feel during the day does not stem from laziness, but from being forced to live in the wrong time zone. Stop forcing yourself to wake up at 6 a.m. and feeling guilty for not being able to do it anymore. You are not broken. If you have the opportunity, start shaping your working hours according to your own natural rhythm. Enjoy that quiet, demand-free, and free time that the night offers you. And remember, the world might have been built by early birds, but the nights belong to you. Don't forget to subscribe to better understand your own mind and discover your potential. See you in the next video. Stay sharp.